First and foremost, let me just extend my thanks to Ambassador Castellaneta for having us in this beautiful facility. We were told that they painted this yellow last night prior to our event, and we are very much appreciative. Thanks for joining us. We at the Lance Armstrong Foundation are on a distinct mission. It started on October 2nd, 1996, when Lance was diagnosed with cancer, and it continues today and every day forward. We're facing a true explosion of this disease around the world. Many of you know that cancer kills more people each year than AIDS, malaria, and tuberculosis combined, and yet it has never been part of the global health agenda. In 2009, the Lance Armstrong Foundation established the LIVESTRONG Global Cancer Campaign to urgently address the burden of this disease and to provide support to the 28 million people around the world living with a history of cancer. And a global challenge like this requires a global movement. And we're working to bring together not only world leaders and corporations, but NGOs and individuals to help battle this disease. Our campaign is off to a great start. We were in Australia in January, we were in Mexico in February, in California as well. And tonight, we're here to really launch our campaign in Italy. Our efforts in Italy actually began way before Lance announced his comeback. We had studied cancer around the world in more than 20 countries, and we had selected Italy as one of the 3 priority countries, along with Mexico and South Africa. And our selection of Italy was due in large part to the great stigma that we found associated with this disease, and the awareness and education that we felt needed to take place, not only in Italy, but in Mexico and South Africa and around the world in order to combat the effects of cancer. Many people who are diagnosed feel isolated, they feel left alone in their communities, in some cases shunned, in some cases not even fully told what the experience will be like or what their disease impact will be. And yet we've seen over time the strength of what grassroots movements can do, not only in cancer and other health issues, but specifically our work in the United States and our work in Texas more recently. We know that when people band together, they talk about their stories, they share their experiences, they will inspire and empower others, and ultimately, they will affect massive social change. So tonight, we're here to kick off our Italian campaign. We hope you'll join us in this movement, and we know that working together, we can change the world and ultimately change the outcome for the millions of people who unfortunately will hear the words, "I'm sorry, you have cancer." Now let me introduce a good friend of the foundation, a good friend of our movement, and our host for this evening, the Deputy Chief of Mission, Sebastiano Cardi.